Welcome, gathered friends, and thank you for joining us as we once again light the lantern and begin another adventure. Tonight, we will be playing Appetites, our Monster Hearts 2 game. My name is Archangelic, or Mal. My pronouns are she, her, and tonight I will be your Monster of Ceremonies, or MC. So let's go ahead and introduce our players.
Oh, is it still me first?
It
It
is still you.
is.
I feel so privileged. My name is Chantel. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Echo Leigh, who uses any pronouns, and I am playing the succubus.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. I am Elle. I use they, them pronouns, and today I will be playing Sybil Lark the Witch, who also uses they, them pronouns. And I am going to mute myself for a second so I can get into the accent. Ian, it is your turn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian. Wow, it's Ian on all the internet places. I use they, them pronouns. And I will be playing Ronnie K, who is a ghoul.
Hello everyone, I'm Josephine at scarydogrfiend. I use none she pronouns. I'll be playing Jeong Ja Baek, the magic horror written by Nicole Tuttle Robb. And she uses she's the pronouns, misgendering my character immediately.
Welcome back, friends. I am so sorry that we were out for the month of April. I was having the absolute worst allergies of my life, but I'm doing much better now. If you don't know me, my name is Siliqui or Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me most places online as FatSapphicBro. I'll be playing Luciano Machado, they, them pronouns, who is the werewolf. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There's a link to our link tree in the chat. You can click on that. It'll take you to all of our various social media pages, so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. Thanks for joining us for Appetites, our Monster Hearts 2 actual play. We'll be streaming this game most Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e actual play set in Mal's homebrew world. Most Mondays from 6 to 9 p.m. PST, we stream It Waits for No One, a modern fantasy tale. This is our Monte Cook game Cypher System actual play. We built the world collaboratively using, I'm sorry, did you say street magic? And that world building session is available as a Patreon exclusive and can be unlocked at any of our paid tiers, and our paid tiers start at $1. So check that out if you're interested. We also record an audio cast after show for some of our games where we go over any necessary advancement steps, debrief from the games, and go over our stars and wishes for the session. You can listen to these for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. All of these after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions and support as it helps us continue to bring you awesome queer content. Speaking of Patreon, we've updated our Patreon. We now have 6 different sliding scale tiers, all starting at $1. We also have one special tier that unlocks a private monthly game with me and GM'd by our lovely Archangelic. So check that out if you're interested. We're planning our upcoming games for the rest of 2025 and are looking for proposals from our community. You can propose any TTRPG system, and we're open to guest GMs, or you can volunteer Archangelic, our resident GM, to run a game. There's a form linked in the chat and in our Discord. The theme for our upcoming games is Kill Your Gods, and we are open to all interpretations of that theme. Feel free to share far and wide. Just as a reminder, each month we take the last 7 days of the month off so we can edit and prepare more content for y'all, as well as have a bit of a break to handle our day-to-day responsibilities. And finally, in support of a free Palestine, we're still sharing the GoFundMes for various families. The first family we're still working to help is the Masood family. Dahlia and her husband Rami and their 4 children are still in great need. Dahlia and Rami worked as pharmacists, but have since lost their home in pharmacy. Their goal is currently set to 50,000 euros, and they are at 39,709 euros as of this afternoon. Any help and support you can offer would be amazing. Their GoFundMe is linked in the chat and is also in our link tree. Thanks so much, friends.
Thank you so much for those announcements. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The light from a bare bulb illuminates a shed, dusty and bare bones. There are papers, manila folders strewn on a table among a radio, used coffee mugs, and a holstered pistol. There's a board with various clippings, newspapers, archival information. The headlines are from different points in Shorecrest's recent history. Another drowning prompts a response from Shorecrest Mayor's office, renowned founder of Le Cordon Rouge Academy, charged with attempted murder. Local girl missing, last seen at Lookout Point. Plans for new subdivision sparks anger from environmentalist groups. Award-winning head chef of the Beatrice, missing. A silhouette of a man ponders this board, grabs the pistol, turns off the light. The city of Shorecrest is an idyllic place, nestled in the woods with views of the Pacific Ocean. Jean Augustine thought it was a sign when he wandered these woods, when the straight path had failed him, and found the crashing waves and cliffs below, like Dante finding the entrance to the underworld. This is where he built his crowning achievement, a restaurant with views of the churn below and nestled in the trees, the Beatrice. The Beatrice was beyond successful, lauded and awarded, until Jean mysteriously disappeared 6 months ago. Without his guidance, most of the staff left to other places, onto better pastures. The majority investor, Lawrence Edward Simons III, struggled to find a new chef and eventually gave the job to some local talent, hiring interim head chef Caroline Windsor, rising star and recent graduate of the now infamous Le Cordon Rouge Culinary Academy. She took the job and did her best and found people who would work, and she mostly brought you some people she already knew in to fill the gaps, trying to integrate them into the remaining staff from Chef Augustine's reign. In the front of house of this restaurant, among the delicately adorned tables, is a recreation of a painting of Dante dressed in red, looking up at a stunning Beatrice coyly wrapped in white cloth. Dante looks at her as if he's observing a carved statue of a Roman goddess. This painting faces out towards windows, a full glass front of this restaurant that you can see the cliffs, and if you open the door, you can hear the crash of waves below. Truly a beautiful place. In the front of house, though, we find our first player, our first character, Echo. What are you doing up in the front of house right now?
Is it service time yet, or are we just prepping?
It could be either. What do you think?
I think we're probably just prepping for the night, and I think Echo is doing some, prepping the silverware and making sure the napkins are ready, just going through bookings, looking at, who's going to be in, are there any important clients coming in, any celebrations, anything that I might need to alert the kitchen of.
Yeah. Tonight, the owner, at least, unless Gene shows up, he's the owner, and as much as anyone can be at the moment. He is the majority investor, after all. Lawrence is here, and of course, he has his own table set aside, towards the back, towards the kitchen, where he can kind of observe. That's where he sits and holds court, as it were, where he brings in important people, and of course, you already tend to his every need when he comes in. So
Of course. He's our most important person.
Yeah, and I think, the waiters are getting things sorted out, and Lawrence comes in, and he's already said, "Hey babe," and he's like, "You know what I want? I'll expect it in a minute. I'm gonna go back to the office. I'll be right back."
All right. I'll make sure it's ready right away.
And
It's good to see you.
He says, "It's good to see you. Looking cute tonight."
Only for you. I'll walk back and just let the kitchen know that Ed is in, and he'll want his usual chop chop, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as he comes in, I mean, the waiters are doing their thing, getting things set up, and Sebastian fully rolls his eyes. Like you can see, like, there's this moment where like Lawrence is in front of you, and then Sebastian is like rolling silver, or setting up tables, setting up placements, and fully rolls his eyes at the scene in front of him. You catch it. He's not aware you caught him seeing this though.
I'll note that.
But yeah, as you go back and you tell the kitchen to chomp chomp. I think that's where we see Sybil.
Sybil looks to Sebastian and rolls their eyes as well. It's the kind of communication that you have with someone when you've known them for over 2 decades. And the second that some asshole comes in with a bunch of demands, the two of you are looking over at each other and just silent communication. And then Sybil pulls their hair back. It's longer than it used to be when they were in culinary school, but they normally keep it braided. And they sigh a little bit and say, "All right. Big boss in charge wants to feel special. Well, who are we to begrudge him that?"
Oh, I got you a more colorful hair tie.
"Oh, thank you, darling.
Just to have a backup."
I got pretty thick hair. I reckon this is going to snap before the first 30 minutes are done."
Well, that's why I keep plenty up towards the front, just in case.
You're always so sweet to me, Echo. Let me know if you need
course.
anything, all right?
Oh, thank you. I hope you have a great night.
You too.
I'm so jealous of everybody who gets to eat your cooking.
Oh, you'll get to eat my cooking too. I'll sneak a little bit extra for you.
Thank you.
And if Full Eddie gives you any trouble, you just let me know, okay? I can spit in his food if you need me to.
Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that.
You're not asking. I'm offering a little southern hospitality for you.
I'm so glad you're here. I work with the best people.
I'm glad you're here too, darling.
And I'll go and, make sure Eddie's table is looking really good, is all set up the way he wants it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you set that up, and Lawrence is walking through the kitchen to get to the back office, and he kind of skirts by the the pastry station. Luciano, what are you up to?
I am just doing some basic prep, getting ready for dessert tonight. I think we'll be doing probably a creme brulee. So just getting everything kind of organized and ready for the evening.
Yeah. Lawrence, like without even like recognizing you there, he takes one of the tasting spoons and you probably have some like caramel out or something to something sweet, and he just takes a spoon of it, like doesn't even like break his stride doing it. He grabs the spoon, takes a taste of it, puts it in his mouth, and keeps walking on.
Fantastic. And I heard that we need to get his food ready, so I've got his vegan chocolate mousse ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's 100% vegan because it's just a diet trend. It has nothing, like he has no. You've been with this man long enough to know that he doesn't have a single conviction in his whole body, But yeah, he makes his way back, and as we continue to more towards the back of the restaurant, Jeong Ja.
Jeong Ja is curating something. Let's say he has a beautiful little tofu steak situation every now and then with a sort of vegan gravy made of beautiful vegetables roasted. It took a long fucking time. But just sort of listening to everything almost as if her hair were also her ears, the like little spikes of like blonde that she has in her hair. There's just poison dripping from every intention that she has. Every soft, light word from Echo. So we're going to do something a little bit different with the gravy, and we're going to put Sichuan chili peppers and a little bit of my spit. And nothing to note mechanically, but some of my bodily fluids have a kind of paralytic. So it's just to help the whole meal put together.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm curious if I want to make this mechanical. If I want to have this be the first roll of shut someone down, this is interesting to me.
Happy to do so.
This is the first, you're the first one who hasn't just fully given way to Lawrence as he struts around this restaurant.
That is a 7.
A 7. Okay. On a 7 to 9, you choose one from below. So he does not have strings on you, and he doesn't have any conditions. It's kind of up to you what you want from that list.
I want Lauren. I want to get a condition from Lawrence, and I want to give Lawrence a condition.
Okay.
I want the condition to essentially be like, I think he is drooling.
Yeah. I'm going to give you the condition on thin ice.
Sounds appropriate.
I think, yeah, we'll play this a little. He just goes to the office and he's just mostly dropping off his stuff, and he comes back and like the food is ready, and he has one bite of this, and he knows like who has made everything here. He knows at least that much. He's not aloof. He's just an asshole. And so like when he takes one bite and I think the front of house staff like instantly clocks this. His cheeks turn red. He starts to sweat a little bit. He does not like spicy food. And he eats it because his pride won't let him not. He can't be seen not eating the food at his own restaurant. Even though there's no one here, service has not quite yet started. He can't let that go. So he clocks that Jeong Ja has spiked his food in a way he does not like. So Sebastian walks back to the kitchen, and like Sebastian's a little more aloof than most here. So he comes up to you, Ronnie, and he said, "Was there something wrong with Lawrence's food?" He seems
Oh,
pissed.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't know. Boss man doesn't have me on sauces the full time. Not my problem.
What is Ronnie up to back here as Sebastian approaches?
Ronnie is, I think, doing some dishes. Ronnie is only part-time building these sauces and soups as he does back here. All reasonably dependent on how the boss is feeling about him on any given week. And this week, he's not feeling too keen on letting Ronnie at the sauces, so he's back here just sort of dragging his feet, doing the dishes, getting them done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dragging your feet. I mean, like, there's also until like, service is set, like there's not a lot of chaos back here, at least for the moment. So this is definitely the time when Harlow and Carp they take their smoke break here. Like they're not back in the dish pit right now. They are fully outside by the dumpster, getting in as much nicotine as possible. And I think, yeah, about that time, like Harlow like kicks in the heavy metal door at the back, and Harlow says, just walks into the store, kicks in the door, and says, "What up, losers?" And just like starts ties on their apron and like starts heading back towards the dish pit to get things ready. And Carp is this grungy woman, and she has a bunch of piercings. She says, she kind of looks around and she's like, "I'm getting a bad vibe. What's up here?" Like, and I think like is clocking Jeong Ja and like Sebastian's look, and everyone else seems to be like head down doing their things, but you two, like Ronnie, Sebastian, and Jeong Ja are definitely more keen. I don't know if what Lawrence did upset Luciano at all.
I feel like that's par for the course. I feel like he always does that, and I've had to learn to adjust.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So, yeah, she says, "What's going on here? What's
Well,
I
little birdie told me
fear-
someone.
I keep interrupting you, please.
Go for it.
I fear if you want to know, you'll be incriminated on something that isn't really your business.
Oh yeah, then I don't want to hear it. All right, cool." She said,
Would
yeah,
Echo
I
be
think
able
she says herd chef, and like it just goes back to the
Chef.
would Echo be able to pull Jeong Ja somewhere, maybe like out back where there isn't anybody else around?
yeah.
Hey, can you just take a break for just a second? I think when they get out there, respectfully, um, Echo is going to like push Jeong Ja back against the wall and do the like leaning over them against the wall thing and get up really close. Are you fucking okay? What are you fucking playing at?
I mean,
Right at the beginning of service? Really?
are
You're
you
gonna fuck up
okay?
the whole night? I'm fine. I'm not the one spitting in the boss's food.
I mean, it really seems like the boss wants his spit in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's how I pay my rent. So,
And she like licks her like top tooth, her top row of teeth, and like a razor sharp tooth just suddenly like appears from one of them before the more human sort of side of her comes back. And it's just one where that's just a little bit more like, even though you are leaning into me, so my back is against the wall, I kind of like, and like pushing my bottom half towards your body. Just having a little fun.
there's a time and a place for fun and the beginning of the night. is not that time and place. Don't get sloppy.
You're gonna have to shut me down.
All right. I'm not good at that.
Yep. Roll plus cold.
That is a 5.
All right. That is a miss. So, yeah, how does that go over with Jeong Ja? That's
I just think it makes everything all the more interesting. So I think I'm gonna keep doing it. Thanks. And I just slip out from under you and head back inside without you.
as part of that miss. I'm gonna give Jeong Ja a string on Echo.
Yes.
I think this is about the time that Caroline comes in, and she's probably honestly one of the younger people here, other than the Sybil and Luciano and her are all about the same age, as well as one of the other people here we'll get to. But she's definitely young to be head chef of a place. So she walks in, she has brown hair, she has it tied back in a neat bun. She has her chef lights on, and she says, "Okay, any questions about the menu tonight?"
Do we have any specials that we should let the waiters know about? Is there anything planned?
Yeah, and she will list off the dishes for the night, and I know I haven't had the chance to make many new dishes, so we're kind of doing the same thing that I was left with, but you all know it. You all know it well. Clients are coming here to get that specifically. We're not trying to scare them off. We're trying to ease them into the new situation we have here. You can tell she's a bundle of nerves. She is trying to act like she's the boss here, but she is as nervous as can be. She's had this job for maybe a month or two and has brought you in, and this is like the first time she's had like a full staff. This is a big moment. People are starting to finally come back to the restaurant where sales have been down, and she immediately like turns to um go over her stuff on her own. She dismisses you to keep doing your work. And Kira, one of the stage, she does prep and things like that. So she's been here chopping vegetables and things like that. Making sure salads are together and all that stuff. I think she sidles up to you, Sybil, and she kind of bumps you and she says, "Oh, I didn't see you there."
Maybe you should watch where you're going, dear. I mean, it'd be bad if you took an eye out.
Well, at least I'd get something from you.
Yeah, but then what would you do? You already don't have a good eye for design or plating. And if you're blind, well, I guess it can hurt.
She says, "I don't see one of your dishes on the menu yet."
Well, I think we've established you don't see much of anything, doll.
Go ahead and let's get a shut someone down.
Okay, okay, okay. Where did my thingy go? I had my sheet and then it went away. Okay. Oof. Oh, yay, that's pretty good. All right. Sybil's bad at that though, so it's a 7.
7. Okay. So on a 7, you choose one and they give you a condition in return. So what do you do to shut down Kira in this situation?
So, oof. I think that Sybil kind of leans forward and grabs the knife and just kind of holds it between the two of them. Sybil knows what Kira is. Sybil knows that it can't draw blood, that it can't actually hurt her. But it's a power play. And so they just kind of hold the knife between them, making eye contact with Kira, leaning a little bit into her space. And they push her back a little bit and say, you know, if you're always busy looking at me, I don't think your work's gonna get done, Kira. And let's see. I will take one forward, I think.
Okay. She you see that she just gives you do this power play and there's a moment where she just lets you push her. You know she's stronger than that. She kind of smiles and flashes her fangs for a moment, kind of licks them, and she says, "Oh, you're getting frisky, are you? Look, let's just get through tonight. We'll see where things go. I'm going to give you the condition delicious."
Oh, fantastic. Sybil is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And Sybil just kind of laughs and goes back to their work. And they glance over at Caroline. What is she doing right now?
Caroline is obsessively going over the dishes, the menu. She is looking it over again and again. She keeps she'll look at it, the paper she has, and then she'll walk the line, checking everything, and then walk back and double check. It's like this nervous rhythm she has.
As she's walking past Sybil, Sybil's going to kind of grab her arm by the elbow. Hey, darling, I just had a couple of questions. I know you're walking through everything, and I figure I'll ask the expert.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's
I was just hoping you could walk me through what I'm going to be doing tonight. I know, but it always helps to have somebody else say it, and you're the most qualified person here.
Yeah, she will she will say yes, and she will go to her paper and she will list out the dishes. She says, when this comes in, you need to drop uh this immediately because it takes 10 minutes to cook. You need to get that off immediately, otherwise we can't do anything else. And she's like listing it off like as if she's rehearsed it 100 times.
Sybil's listening, and when she's done, they smile and they say, hey, look at that. You know your stuff. You're in charge for a reason. You're going to do good tonight, and you're going to do good every other night. It's going to be okay. The only thing you're doing right now is carving a hole into the flooring. So take a deep breath and trust your staff. Trust the staff that you picked. Because I can say from firsthand experience, your staff trusts you. You're going to be fine.
Oh, they shouldn't trust me. Oh, this is a
Well,
Michelin
it's-
star restaurant.
It's too late for
Shouldn't be
that.
here.
Hey, you're here because you were chosen. You were good enough. Okay? Don't doubt that for a second. I think you're good enough. Everybody else here thinks you're good enough to listen to. The owners thought you were good enough to hire. Surely that many people can't be wrong. You're talented, you're smart, you know your stuff. You're dedicated. You got passion, you got drive, and you're the best chef I have ever seen. You're going to do okay. You're going to do better than okay. This is your restaurant.
She says, "This is my restaurant, but God, do I wish you would just go back to being a jerk like we were in school."
I mean, I can be a little mean if you want me to. Darn you, chef. How dare you? Arr.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that.
Yeah, chef.
You're not taking this seriously. And she
Oh,
kinda
I'm so
chuckles.
serious. And Sybil smiles at her.
Yeah, she says, get back to, like, we're about to open. Get back to your stuff.
Yes, chef.
Before Caroline leaves, I'd love to twirl into her
Yeah.
eyeline. I got pretty close. How tall is Caroline?
Caroline's 5'6".
Not too different, but I'm a little taller. And as I just, attempt to, maybe I even just sort of supernaturally grow a little bit. I get in her face and I just sort of say, "So I see that my Wagyu isn't on the menu tonight."
Right. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't know what dish to take off to put the Wagyu on. I'm sorry. I want to make sure everything's right. We're finally getting people back. I don't want to change everything too much.
Well, there's something really adventurous about that dish. Me and Ronnie Ronnie worked on the wine sauce on that one, and you might think it's actually an incredibly rich dish, but actually not so. I think, you're doing so great and everything. I know it's been a while, and as I start speaking, I just sort of put my hand on her cheek and tuck her hair behind her ear and start to just really say all the things that she might need. And I'd like to turn her on so that I can get my dish back on and that Ronnie can also be in sauces.
Okay.
That's an 8.
An 8. So they can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions. Oh, yeah, you want something. And she says, honestly, it's one of the best dishes I've ever tasted.
Thank you.
And you're right.
So
it should be on the menu. She checks her watch. She says, we got time. We got time to change it. Yeah.
I love to hear it.
It's so decadent, though. I fell in love with it when I had it. It was so tender and so, the rich is the right word.
Juicy.
Yeah. Let's get that on the menu. She kind of snaps out of it a second, but her eyes linger on you for just a moment, and she says, without looking back, she says, "There's going to be a change to the menu." And she says, "Ronnie," and kind of snaps and says, "You're on sauces. Make that sauce for the Wagyu."
Her chef. Ronnie tears off the dishwasher cover throws it at Parker and Carp. Later, losers, flips them off.
Carp
Could we
Uh,
make
sprays you
it
with
the special
sprayer.
and not reprint the menus?
Yeah,
We're happy.
special.
Yeah. We can make it very special tonight.
Yeah, she goes to the expo window and calls over Sebastian and oh, what's and Harlow, who's one of the waiters. And and says, "We have a new special. Push the Wagyu." And they look confused, and she says, we Jeong Ja and Ronnie's dish. Remember, we tried it. We tried a bunch of dishes. Just push the Wagyu. I'll have a." She actually like lists off like all the ingredients, like what to say. And Harlow and Sebastian, neither of them like this isn't their ending point, but they are dutifully taking notes of what it is so that they can give it to the customers. And she says, and Sebastian says, "All right, whatever you say."
In the background, Sybil is sprinting away from their station to go fist bump Ronnie.
Immediate clocks eye contact. Fist bump. I didn't think, to be honest with you, Sybil, I didn't think I was going to be on sauces tonight.
Oh, they would have been crazy to take you off of sauces. You're the best damn sauce maker I ever met.
Oh. Oh, shit. Have you met a lot of sauce makers?
I mean, I did go to culinary school, so.
Oh, right, yeah. I keep forgetting how fancy you kids are.
You're right next to me,
I'm
Ronnie.
fancy. Oh, hey.
Now, Chef Beck, you really do have a way of getting what you want, don't you?
I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, it worked, and Ronnie gets to be on sauces now, so thank you.
I just ominously look over at Ronnie. Yeah, I like to keep a good eye on you at all times.
Yeah, Ronnie's fun to watch. Sometimes when I don't got nothing going on, I just look over and I'm like, wow, Ronnie's so cool. I love watching Ronnie do things.
And that is what I meant.
It really is so interesting watching you all back here.
Hi, Echo.
I don't get as much time as I'd like, obviously, because we are busy. But it's so fascinating watching all of you back here. It's such an interesting dance.
Yeah, you're so busy running your mouth.
I mean, it's what I'm paid to do.
Let's go. And then just like full chef mode.
Sybil sprints back to their station. As they sprint past Luciano, they just give Luciano a little shoulder bump. Just kind of little hey. I think it's something that they used to do a lot when they were in school together. Luciano would get used to Sybil as they're running around the kitchen like a chicken with their head cut off, just going behind Luciano doing a little shoulder bump. It's a reminder that they're still here and that Luciano is still here and that it's okay.
Beautiful. Chef, dessert's not changing, right?
Dessert's not changing unless you have an idea.
No.
Too late.
Thank
It's
fuck,
too late to
no.
show changes.
Fantastic. Okay. Good.
And before service, Echo will go just check on Ed and, talk him up and make him feel manly again.
Yeah. You come over and he says, "Everything good back there?" There's a lot of yelling.
Everything is great. We were just deciding on the special. We're doing the Wagyu, which is going to be amazing.
Margins on that.
Hey.
Okay.
This place, Wagyu, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the talk of the town. Everybody's going to come in for it. Everybody's going to say that you're a genius for it.
He says, yeah.
And it's such a manly dish, It's so rich.
Go ahead and turn someone on.
Oh, God. I get the feeling I'm going to roll poorly all night.
No, you're gonna roll so good. I believe in you.
You got this.
Oh, actually, it's a 7.
Yay!
7. All right. Go ahead and take a string on it. Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're holding your position here. You're making sure he knows you're around and that you're the most important thing in front of him right now. He kind of pulls you in. Like people are starting to, people are going to be at the door any moment now, but he pulls you in and he says, I wish I could just keep you right here.
Yeah, but I've got to make sure that you make all the money so you can take care of me the way I want to be taken care of.
No, you don't have to worry about that. Got plenty of money. Not all of it's tied up in this restaurant, but
You're
enough
so
of it is.
smart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to make sure that this part of your money is well looked after.
Look, when they talk about great restaurateurs, my name's gonna be all over it.
I know. You're so brilliant. And you taste a little spicy too.
Oh yeah, there was something in the sauce we need to talk to.
Oh, it tastes really good. It's tingling.
You like it, huh?
I do.
Maybe I can eat a little
That's
bit more
my
spicy.
spit. That's my spit.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's exciting. Anyhow, I'm gonna go and keep the guests happy. And if you need anything, you know to ask.
Yeah. Got a
Yeah.
VIP coming tonight.
VIP.
I'll let you know when he shows up.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I want to make sure he's very well looked after. What's his name? Do we have a name? Do we have a time? I just want to make sure it's perfect.
No, just don't worry about that. Don't write his name down. He's a very private person. So
Oh, of course. Okay, let me know. Thank you.
of course. I think he pinches your butt as you get up.
Oh, you're so bad.
Again, Sebastian with the biggest eye roll. um,
I think Sebastian would Echo would kind of meet Sebastian's eyes and like this kind of 1,000-yard stare. Kind of meeting, like, oh God, get me out of here kind of thing.
oh,
But
like you're giving that to Sebastian?
yeah, like the whole like Sebastian, well, so I'm trying to convey I've got to do what I've got to do for
Mhm.
Sebastian, kind of level with Sebastian on that.
Okay. Yeah, he says, no, he doesn't say anything. You're kind of just giving looks, and he's
Yeah.
like, he kind of just nods and he goes about like, I think he goes to serve Ed his wine,
I'll
and
be back up at
run
the
interference.
hostess stand, getting everything ready.
Yeah. Service begins. The kitchen becomes chaos. It organized chaos, but chaos nonetheless. There are orders and shouts and steam and sizzling smoke, all sorts of scents and motion happening. The dining room is abuzz, and a man walks in a little later than most of the other, reservations for the night, and he's wearing pretty nondescript clothes. He's at least got a button up and dark slacks, no suit coat or anything like that. He's balding, and he's a white man. He's got like he also has like bags under his eyes. He looks like he should be at an Applebee's in some ways, but he's here. And Ed like darts up and comes up to you and says, Mikey, this is welcome to the restaurant. And he says, it's beautiful. Excellent. It looks he's just kind of looking around. He's like, it's got a good view. And so she says, Mikey, this is Echo. Echo's gonna take care of you. Gonna get you situated at a table, get you all set up.
Absolutely. Best in the house.
He's like, take care of Mikey. I gotta go handle some things. So I'm gonna dip out. You got it from here?
Of course, of course. Go handle your business. I'm sure we can take care of Mikey.
And he gives Mikey like kind of a smack on the back, in which he kind of shudders and just shakes it off. And I think he leans in to give you a kiss, Echo, on his way out.
Of course, just a little one. Trying to be discreet.
Yeah. Yep. He goes and gets into his Mercedes, which he parks at the front of the parking lot.
Of course he does.
Mikey says he's just kind of standing there looking around, just eyeing the place.
Oh, well, let me take you to your table. Best one in the house, obviously. Any friend of Ed's is a very special person to us. And I'll get your server right away, but would you like to hear the special tonight?
He says, yeah, I'd like to hear the special.
We have an amazing Wagyu beef with a wine reduction sauce. We'll talk through the whole thing. Professional, but gentle, kind of saw and sensed the distaste for Ed. So like went into very professional mode, very, I don't think you're looking to swing your dick around quite so much.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely pick up on this vibes. And he says, yeah, I wanted to see the restaurant myself and everything. Yeah, the special sounds nice. I'll have whatever wine you suggest with it.
Of course. I'll let your server know, and they'll be here to take care of you, and they'll get your order in. Is there anything else we can do to make your night extra special tonight?
He says, what do you know about these cliffs? And he points out in front. And the situation where this restaurant is, the cliffs run along up and down the coast, but at this particular point, within view, but definitely at a safe distance, in front, the cliffs kind of have an inlet, which causes ocean to, the waves come in, to crash up and spray on the cliffs and surrounding area. And he points to that. He says, what do you know about this particular cliff?
Oh, I haven't lived in town very long. So I don't know very much, but I do know it's beautiful. And I mean, everybody wants to come here, so it's a great location for a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful view, but some of the first settlers here called it the devil's teeth. But there was some stories that people were sacrificed, just thrown off that cliff.
I mean, I think there's a lot of stories about places like this that could be scary and significant that, may or may not be true. We like to sensationalize things. in history. I can see why people would think that. Do you think they did?
I don't know. Just was reading up on the area. Seems like a lot of strange things happen around here, particularly around these cliffs.
Well, like I said, I haven't been here for very long, and I've mostly just been focusing on moving in and um, work here. So uh, I'm excited to learn more about the area.
Yeah. It's interesting. He's not like responding well. Like you're trying to show him hospitality and he just seems to brush it off. You're like, yeah, whatever. And he says, yeah, I'm excited to have the dish, try the food, and yeah, see what this restaurant has to offer. Ed is looking for another investor. So
Oh, of course, of course. Uh, well, like I said, if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to let me know, or let your server know, and they'll let me know. We will organize whatever you need to make this extra special.
yeah, Harlow will come over and like because this is Harlow's section
Yeah, yeah.
and take over for you. And
And I'll let them know, I talked to them about the special. They seem interested in that. They want the recommended wine, VIP, treat them really well. If you know anything about the area, they seem really interested in that, especially the cliffs and like, settlers and ritual sacrifices here or something.
oh, what? That's
Yeah,
weird. Ed
everybody's
hangs
got
out
their
with
thing.
weird people. Oh, sorry. No, I don't mean to offend you or
Oh
anything.
God, no, don't worry about it. Ed does hang out with weird people.
But yeah, VIP treatment on
VIP
it.
treatment. It's the people with money that are the weirdest, right?
Always the
Always.
weirdest.
Yes. Thank you so much. You're a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. You help him out. He just sits and watches. Yeah, the order goes back. It's marked VIP. Uh, it is the special. Caroline reads it out. Um, Also, one of the desserts that is on this menu, a lot of the old dishes that were on this were allusions um to Dante, and like the first part of Dante is the Dark Woods, and so there is a play on a Black Forest cake, this cherry and chocolate, called the Dark Forest cake, that Luciano you've had to assemble here. um Luckily that work was mostly done well before service and it's just ready to serve, but that is the main dessert being ordered, so you are plating that and getting that done. But the kitchen is in chaos. Um the the pit is loud, the scullery is running, the uh everything's going off, at least for now, without a hitch. What are y'all doing? Is there any moments y'all want to have in the middle of service here?
Things are good up here. Everybody seems so happy.
Everyone does seem so happy. That's what your job is. Your job is to keep them happy and satisfied. And you got the two like most bubbly waiters that you can, um, easily in Sebastian and Harlow. Though you do have to tell Harlow at certain times not to break out in song. That's not what people want. Um,
I think at some point on one of our days off, we'll just go do karaoke and get that together, eh?
all show tunes though.
All show tunes, of course. That's my favorite.
I'm in.
Amazing. Amazing.
I think the particular with the Wagyu special, I think it's called the Circle of Gluttony, if not just gluttony. And to Jeong Ja, and whether or not anyone gets the particularity about like how she cuts the Wagyu to literally look like a person face down in mud. And I think Ronnie and Jeong Ja collaborating on it specifically wanted the wine reduction to like basically just look like blood and like dirt just like splattered, but like artful and whatever. And there's some fucking vegetables, but like no one eats it, whatever. I think it, maybe we're working like behind each other, Ronnie, and like it's just like a perfect precision, like carving the Wagyu in this like particular shape every time. And it is like it is a very rare, medium rare. And I think every now and then I just sort of like get in a good stride, and like I have a lot of like bulk set together. So I just sort of like lean over you to see like how you're doing and what you're doing. But even more so than that, I think I just kind of, I think I'm going to ask, do you want to go on a ride after work?
Oh, God, I'd love nothing more. What are you thinking?
Well, I was going to ask you, how do you want it to end?
Well, I am a bit peckish.
And I think, again, there's like that ominous look between Jeong Ja and to Jeong Ja, from her rather to you, and just like the building jealousies just like throughout the night, and like the need to like power trip literally everyone. She just sort of like gets into Ronnie's space this time. I'm talking about, how do you want to die?
No fire. Takes too long.
It's fun though, but I agree.
Oh, God. That decapitation was last week. Ah, what have we done? Oh. Yeah, I could go for a drowning. Yeah,
Mal, is there water underneath the cliffs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Pacific Ocean is at the bottom of those cliffs.
Yeah. We'll do some ocean viewing. And then I'll drown you.
I am a pretty good swimmer. I'd have to try pretty hard to hold me down.
I'd be delighted to. After this fucking night, I need to kill something, so I might as well be you.
That's the Jeong Ja I know. Heard, chef.
Goes back to my section.
I think at some point during the night, Echo will take their break and go and just kind of sit, on like one of those tables next to the freezer. Jeong Ja, do you have any offcuts you could cook up for me? I'm so hungry.
Yeah, sure. As
And,
long as take some to Luciano.
Of course, gotta keep everybody fed. But I was wondering if you could make the spicy sauce to go with it, because that was really good.
You grind my fucking gears.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for.
Can Luciano handle spice or paralytic?
I mean, I think, I don't think Echo knows Luciano that well. I feel like Luciano probably handles spice. I don't know about paralytic.
I was asking above table. I'm just
Okay.
curious.
Paralytic, I have no idea.
Let's have some fun, guys.
Spice, probably not, honestly.
Put it on the side. But yeah, I go out of my way to like get some short ends for the two of you and give you like a good size little container of the paralytic sauce that I'd made. And I just like lock eyes with you as I just spit in it.
Delicious.
Now leave me alone.
Yes, chef. And I'll take the non-spicy, non-paralytic portion over to Luciano. Hey, you got to eat something.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes, of
And I
course.
will hand
Well,
you a little bit of the cake from tonight.
oh, amazing. This looks so good. I've been seeing everybody's food all night and I've been so hungry.
I feel that. Feel that a lot.
Oh, and these shoes are killing me.
Don't have to wear the heels.
Okay, but that makes people happier.
Ugh,
And also gets more tips coming in. People spend more when I'm wearing the
fair,
heels.
fair.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I mean, my menu item didn't have to change at the last minute, so
Well, I look forward to eventually seeing some of your desserts on the menu.
yeah, we'll get there one day.
So was
We gotta pay the dues, as it were.
absolutely. So you and Chef and Sybil, you guys all went to school together, right?
Yeah, we did. Um, yeah, we would our whole program together.
Amazing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Was it good? Was culinary school good?
Well, it had its like anything, it had its positives and its negatives. The connections that we made were fantastic, and a lot of the professors and stuff, the chefs there were great. Um, but I know not everybody's into the culinary school thing, which is very valid. It's a trip.
Oh, yeah, I can believe it. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to be front of house forever. So, you know, love to weigh my options.
What do you want to do? You want to get back here, or you want to own the place?
I mean, I like the idea of owning the place, but that sounds like a lot of uh, money stuff. I think I'd rather have an investor take care of the money stuff for me and, do the hands-on work, right? Get really into it.
Mm-hmm. I get you. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't have a very good head for money.
Fair. Math is not my thing.
Anyhow, I'm gonna have something to eat and then I'm gonna head back to work. I think I'm only gonna have a little bit of my portion because I got some of the spicy sauce for it because I like spice.
Oh,
So,
nice. No,
yeah.
I can't do the spice.
Well, no, because you've got to do the sweet. You got to be able to taste
It's-
everything.
Yeah, that's part of it. Although I there are plenty of, sweet, spicy things.
Mm. Hey, maybe that can be your dish.
Yeah. Do some chili powder, chocolate type stuff.
Amazing. I'd love to taste it.
All right. Well, I'll catch you later.
Yeah. And we'll eat some cake and then locking eyes with Jeong Ja will take like a big piece of the steak with the sauce and just like eat it and lick their lick their fingers. We'll like lock eyes with Jeong Ja, and then we'll head back out to work.
Trying to turn on Jeong Ja in that moment.
I mean, I think I'm trying to like make a connection. I don't know.
In no other game is my sexual attraction to another person the reason that I'm killing someone else.
no
other game.
I mean, I can try to turn some. I'll try turning them on. Ooh, I just rolled double sixes, so that is
Ooh.
14.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
Damn.
Man.
And the fun thing is, the 6 on this one says "fuck you."
Ooh.
All right, you gain a string on Jeong Ja, and Jeong Ja, you get to pick one of the reactions.
I'll get embarrassed and act awkward, and Ronnie will see everything.
Aww.
Sybil can see. I think everyone, the whole kitchen sees everything. I just like drop something, and it's like.
Sybil's head whips over, and they just go, "Oh, darling, you okay?"
Yes.
All right, no cuts, no bruises.
Not now. Not yet.
Okay, good, good. Be careful. And then they go back to their path, which is over to Luciano. They kind of go on their tiptoes and rest their chin on Luciano's shoulder. Just very briefly, they go, "Hey,
Hey,
how's
darling.
it going for you?"
Doing all right yourself?
"I'm doing okay. I just having some thoughts, and I was wondering if you'd want to hang out after shift. You
Yeah.
know, go over by the cliffs."
Yeah, absolutely. Here, have some cake.
"Thanks. I'm missing Spencer."
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. She
It's all
should
right.
be here.
I know. We just gotta get ourselves through. Get
Yeah.
ourselves through service.
You're doing a good job.
You too.
Thanks.
I'll give you a little kiss on top of your head.
Sybil smiles and kind of touches their forehead to Luciano's for a moment and slips Luciano some of what they were working on, and then heads back over to their station. As they pass Ronnie, they kind of like poke their head over at uh, the body dish, and they're like, "Wow, you know, I've seen a lot of blood in my life, and that looks like blood."
Thank you, thank you. I have a certain eye for the gory.
I really think if this whole sauce thing doesn't work out, you could go into horror movies, you know?
Yeah, I do have a feeling I'd be great at the practical effects.
Exactly. You could do the next Friday the 13th. People will be like, "Oh, wow, look at that."
Yeah, just pop off a hand or something.
Exactly. It'll be incredible. People will be wondering how you did it for the rest of their lives.
Always keep them guessing.
Exactly. Oh, hi, Jeong Ja. I hope you're okay.
Fine.
Okay. For the record, I was not asking because I think that you are anything other than capable. I was asking to assure myself.
Your sincerity bothers me.
I can be less sincere if you'd like me to.
I love compromise.
Fantastic. Next time, if you drop something, maybe cut yourself, bleed a little bit onto the food. You know, biohazard, but realistic.
There's a certain person that I would love to feed my blood to, so
Hey, if you're going after Ed, then
I'm
You
not
know?
saying anything.
All you need to do is get that certain person. I just need something, little token. Don't gotta be much.
That's right. I think we could also honestly poison him with the Wagyu because he's been on this vegan diet for God knows how long. I think
Oh.
any red meat is going to take him down.
Oh yeah, he'll have a heart attack go like that. I mean, he's what, 10,000?
He wishes. Good to know, Sybil. I'll keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Good. And Sybil's gonna try to flag down Sebastian at some point during the interaction.
Yeah, it's Sebastian like finishes up at the table, like does what he needs to do, makes his way back to the kitchen. He says, I heard there was cake back here.
There is cake. I got some portion. I'll give you some. If you give me the gossip on what's going down right now.
Negotiation. I like this.
Also,
You know,
Luciano is going to quietly be passing cake out. Just going to slowly make my way quietly around.
Only because Ed's not at the restaurant worried about margins right now.
Yeah, he's already come and tasted my stuff, and so now I'm give everybody dessert.
Now, what is he wanted? Wait, what? I get cake in exchange for something. I'm willing to give something in exchange for cake.
Okay, so what's going on right now? Any gossip? Any couples breaking up? Anybody you think is going to propose? Any nightmare customers?
VIP might be
Oh.
a new investor.
Oh,
So, don't know what his thing is. I don't have his table, but Arlo was saying that he's just weird and keeps staring out the window. Don't know what that
is
means.
he like staring out the window like he's in a 2000s angsty drama, staring out the window like he's in an 80s action film and he's contemplating how he's gonna like fight the next person, staring out the window like he's in a modern indie film where there's a backing track that's mostly guitar and one singer who can kind of sing.
It's giving Catcher in the Rye right now. Yeah, it's like weird, and I overheard him talking about like the settlers here like throwing people off the cliffs.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, it's giving real serial killer vibes.
Okay, so when he's talking about the settlers, what vibes are we getting? Are we getting like anthropologist, or are we getting like white man who's way too obsessed with how, the native peoples did their traditions?
It's given true crime girly.
Okay, true crime girly. All right, all right. Do you think he has a podcast?
Oh, I hope
I mean,
not. That would be terribly boring to listen to.
he is a man who's giving Catcher in the Rye vibes, so I feel like
God.
it's 50-50 if he has a podcast or if he's a serial killer.
And he's got money. He's got money to buy a microphone. Ugh.
Ugh. I'm so glad that the people that we went to high school with did not have microphone money. I could not have stood that.
No way. Just no, absolutely not. Like there should be a license.
I think that there should be a license, just like there is for fishing. Fishing, hunting, you gotta have a license. Gotta have a license for podcasts.
Does that mean no, we can't go down to this fantasy universe? You got me thinking about things, Sybil Lark. And just gonna like twirl back out the door with the cake in hand.
Good luck out there, Sebby. And Sybil returns to their station, and I think they spend the rest of the night kind of in like a fugue meditative state where they're like doing their work and they're doing it very effectively. But anyone who has worked with Sybil for more than 2 hours will know that Sybil, when stressed, just rattles off Southernisms, and they are suspiciously quiet tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is no talk of raccoons and trash cans or slick owl pelts.
Yeah. Echo at some point you turn to look at the restaurant, like you've been in and out doing things, and you see that Mikey has paid for his check and just disappeared. Didn't say goodbye. It seems like he barely touched his food.
I'll ask Harlow. Hey, did you see? I didn't see him leave. Did he leave while I was on break?
Yeah, he just asked for the check, and I brought him the check. I tried to push dessert, you know, some of the best in town, but he didn't want anything to do with it.
Did he seem happy?
I
I mean,
I don't I he didn't have a huge emotional range to begin with. I'm not sure.
no, I get that. Yeah, he seemed kind of off. Rich people, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's something seemed weird. Honestly, I'm glad we can just clear the table and like move on.
Yeah, of
Hope we
course. Did he
made a
leave a
good
tip?
impression. He gave a great tip.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
30%.
Nice. On the Wagyu too.
Yeah, though he didn't really eat it, which is weird, but
I don't know. Maybe he's actually vegan. Like, and he was just doing it to try and like get our special stuff.
yeah, but the chanterelle mushroom pasta is amazing. Like, why would you just not? Anyway, I don't know.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
they hear special. Who knows?
he just
I,
left.
I hope
So
he was happy.
yeah, he seemed happy enough to tip. So I think we made a good impression. But yeah, he just kind of left. He didn't seem interested in sticking around.
I should have been here when he left. It's
No, I mean you have a break. Just take your breaks, okay?
I hope I don't hear about it later.
If you hear about it, we'll hear about it, I'm sure. So
Anyhow, thank you. You are amazing. Um, Lots of good covers tonight, so hopefully we'll go home with lots of tips.
and with that, service comes to an end. The doors are shut. You begin to do the last bits of work for the night, and that's where we're going to take our break. So we're going to take a quick break, 10 to 15 minutes. We hope to see you there. Welcome back, everyone. The Beatrice has closed. The sun has set beyond the cliffs. It is the dead of night. The front of house is empty except for the shuffling of, the wait staff taking down the tables for the night. The dish pit is going like washing the last things for the night. Everyone is in their closing mode. Chef Windsor, Caroline, she at some point, with close, she will thank everyone for things, and she will she she sits at the chef's table in there, and she tallies up things for the night, gets a sense of how things went, so that she can report it to Ed and just keep track of things, so she can order things. So she's sitting there doing that. What are you all doing as the restaurant is closed?
I might be smoking with some of the waiters or whoever's out smoking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so who was it?
It was Harlow and Carp, right? Before.
Yeah, they were smoking earlier. Yeah. But Parker is the probably one of the older people here. She's out there smoking. She got right as service started, but she's also a dishwasher because she had to get her kid with the babysitter. So she's out there right now getting her break because she leaves it to Carp to finish up for the night so she can get back to her kid. Oh.
I bet you're sick of all the wine reduction stains, huh?
Oh man. So much. I mean, it's not too bad, but like she's like looks at you, look at her hands and there's like wine stains on her hands. She's like, yeah, that's the worst part. It's just your hands always smell like that. And also like the chafing is a problem. Like constant chafing. Your pants are always wet.
Thank you for your service, Parker.
Oh, well, that does little to, your dish did this. So, your apology, your thanks only go so far. And she kind of chuckles.
You might want to head out. It's probably gonna be a long night.
Yeah, she's been like looking at her phone the whole time, like texting someone. She's like, yeah, I think Carp has this from here. So although I'm gonna owe her a night as well. So but yep, for right now, I'm out of here. She puts down her cigarette, stomps it out, and heads to her car. She says, you stay out of trouble now.
No.
Heard, chef. And she gets in her car. The headlights go on. She pulls out into the night, into the wooded road that connects the restaurant to the main road.
I think Ronnie would find Carp at the dishwash station. Well, look who's cleaning dishes all night. Sorry, I wouldn't know about that. I'm a chef.
Oh God, and all fancy now. She says, you keep that up, I'm gonna run you through the scullery as she pushes another tray through.
Ronnie takes down an apron, ties it around. Well, I suppose I can lower myself to the common peasants if you need a hand.
Oh, only if you deign to come down from on high.
I'll allow it. Just tonight. I'm telling you. Pretty soon, I'm off dishwashing forever. Be in that kitchen full time.
You keep saying that, Ronnie, and I haven't seen it happen yet. So.
Yeah, well, I say a lot of things that never happen. I also say a lot of things that do happen. Things you want to happen aren't going to happen unless you say them. They don't always happen after you say them, but you gotta say them.
Oh yeah, what philosopher said that?
That was, I believe, Byron Kennedy III.
She says, you wouldn't be in there. Like, Jeong just stuck her neck out for you with that dish.
Yeah. Well, I've got a feeling I'll be paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Back here in the pit, we see all.
You got the best seats in the house.
Yep, and everyone dumps their shit on us as she like sprays off more food from.
I think Echo is checking their phone. Is this going to be an Ed night or is this not going to be an Ed night?
I think. Well, my question is, what does Echo hope it's going to be? Is that even a question on Echo's mind?
No, no, just kind of, you know, the ed stuff comes with financial benefits. The other people come with other benefits. Just checking to see where I'm prioritizing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Ed says to you, he says, I'm gonna be out tonight entertaining some friends. So it's not a night tonight.
All right, then I think Echo will change out of uh their fancy like hostess outfit and head back, put on casual clothes and an apron and get in there with cleaning. Just like, let's make this, let's, make connections, but also keep these things going. Getting some dishes, scrubbing down some counters.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, you're helping out, but Caroline says, kind of flags you down and says, "Hey, you don't have to do that."
I know. But, it's a team. Kitchen is a team sport, right?
Yeah. She says, you want to come help me count receipts when I get a
Sure. Yeah, if that's where I'd be most helpful, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah.
Right? You doing okay?
She says, actually, yeah, that Wagyu was really killer. Like we pushed a ton of it. And she has a tally of it. And she says, maybe it really is time to change up this menu.
It's hard to let go of the past, but new things can be great too.
When were you around when Jean was around?
No, I got here recently. Uh, I've only been here with kind of turnover.
Well, it's big shoes to fill. And like there's still around here there's still like the clipping of like one of their first big reviews, and there's like the portrait of him in his chef whites, and it's like this is like a thing looming over the kitchen here. And she says, I'm barely out of culinary school. I worked in a few restaurants to get some experience while I was there, but head chef, do you know, like, does Ed think I'm doing okay?
I mean, I haven't heard any complaints.
Okay. Well, that's good. Take that then.
And I mean, realistically, if the customers are happy and he's making money, Ed will be fine. And again, the kitchen is team sport. So we're all working for the team. And you are captain of the team.
Captain of the team.
But,
there was a time where I
captains-
thought that was all I was going to be. And now
Well,
I'm here and I'm
yeah.
freaked the fuck out.
Well, I mean, as long as you remember that a captain of the team with no team can't do shit. But a team without a captain lacks direction. So, just remember we all have our roles to play and it's all fundamentally connected to each other. And you're going to do great. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't have very many people here besides this crew. And so I don't mind staying afterwards or coming in early to get some work done. I'm happy to help out where I need to.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been working on this as you've been chatting here, and she says, "Well, I'm finished up. Um, oh
You know,
yeah.
to help the restaurant the most, who should I be? And I'm using my move. I'm
Oh,
seeing who should I be for our head chef. It's Caroline, right?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Caroline Windsor.
And basically, I'm giving her the opportunity um, to ask me to change for her and give me a condition, and then I will get a string on her if I change for her.
Oh, she says, I need you to keep being up there and selling this restaurant. If we get, if we can uphold that legacy of a Michelin star, we'll have it set. We'll be good. I need you to be I need you to be that salesperson. I need you to be up there making sure that we're renowned as the fine dining restaurant, not only in Shorecrest, but the West Coast. And the condition you're going to get.
I mean, I don't necessarily have to change that much for that. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it is what she needs you to be. So I really think that's what she answered. But I think I'm gonna give you the condition, the face of the restaurant, and just as a reminder to me that like things are gonna be more. The success of this is now put more on your shoulders. She's putting the marketing of this restaurant on you from her.
yes, chef. I am happy to support the team in I'm pretty good at making people happy, making people remember things.
Good. Yeah. Well, I'm heading out. Um, Sybil, well, either Jeong Ja or Sybil can lock up at the end of the night. So I think I'm done here. So, and you can go home too if you want. But
Oh yeah, I'll just stick around until everything's closed up.
yeah.
And I'm going to take a string on Caroline as well.
Yes, take a string on Caroline. So, where do we find Luciano closing?
I'm cleaning up my station, and then I will check in with Sybil. I'm good to go whenever you are.
Sybil is cleaning up their station and they're a little quieter again. They're kind of watching everybody else. They're watching Ronnie and they're watching Echo have this conversation. And they look over and they're trying to get a beat on what Jeong Ja is doing.
I think I'll kind of come alongside and start helping you out.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's just weird, you know? It's first big Michelin star restaurant opening and it's tough when people are missing who are supposed to be here. And There ain't anything you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's not something I want to talk about here.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
want to I don't want to put my baggage here. That I want this place to be better than that. I want it to feel like it's full, even though I know it ain't.
I understand. Let's get things
Yeah,
cleaned up and then we'll go chat.
yeah. What is Jeong Ja doing right now?
I take a particularly long smoke break, and it does seem like I'm idling around with Ronnie for an extended period of time.
Sybil just kind of watches her and is tilts their head just a little bit, but then lets it go, looks around, tries to keep track of where everybody else is. Like, where is Kira? Where is Seb? Where are the people who matter to them?
Seb, Seb has counted his tips for the night, done his tip out, and has came by and said good night to you. He has a shift tomorrow, so he's gonna go get some sleep.
Okay.
Kira has, I'll say this. Sybil may not see this.
Mhm.
Kira finished up her closing duties. She left, but Jeong Ja, you were out smoking. You were looking out at the parking lot. Kira seemingly not caring about what you're doing. She walks to her car. She then like turns and leans back against the car and like watches the back door as if waiting on something to happen. So, Sybil, you saw Kira leave, but Jeong Ja, you saw that she's still around.
Okay. I think Sybil has tracks at least on where the people who matter to them are. They know where Ronnie is. They know where Echo is. Luciano's with them. Seb went home. Kira went home. So they're gonna very quickly head over to the dishwashers, kind of bump Ronnie's shoulder with theirs. That was a pretty good show, Chef.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, gotta give man opportunities to show off, so gotta show off big.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of watching you.
Yeah, nobody ever does.
Ah, showman.
Try my best.
I'm telling you, you can make it big.
Yeah, if they ever put me on kitchen full time.
Maybe I can talk to Echo. I mean, she's pretty persuasive, you know?
But she is. She has
Yeah,
a real
very.
way with people.
Yeah, I think it's because Echo's kind. There ain't a lot of kind people in the world. And it's nice to have a couple around.
You can say that again.
Harp,
I would, but I don't think you're being literal.
Harp, loudly puts a tray through the scullery. He's like, so melodramatic.
Oh, you know me.
And she says, well, that's it. And she like grabs a towel and she's drying off her hands and she says, that's everything. She kind of punches Ronnie on the shoulder and says, thanks for the help. Thanks for all of your service, my noble lord. And
Oh, you're.
A graceful bow.
Yes. The Lord is quite kind tonight. Sybil
Well.
does a little curtsy.
and she'll say, I'll see you fuckers tomorrow. And she
I'll look forward to it.
she grabs a slice of cake on the way out.
And just very quickly goes over to Echo, kind of puts the hand on Echo's shoulder, Hey, you did good tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of covers.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, we're all working as a team. I think the team worked really well together.
Yeah, it did.
How are
Team
you
only
doing?
works as well as the individuals. You know, I mean, big day, big day.
Big day.
Just ready to do it again tomorrow. There are
Yeah.
places I know I could improve, so tomorrow I'm going to do better.
I mean,
can do better.
that's all we can hope for. We
Yeah.
try to be a little better every day. Nobody's going to be perfect, but
Mhm.
we can get close.
One day I'm going to get there.
Hey, I think you did amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I wasn't back there, obviously, but you know, you seem
you
like
got-
you really know your stuff.
You got a way of knowing things, Echo. If I'm going to trust anybody's opinion, it's yours.
Oh, I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the smartest because my opinion isn't that meaningful, but
It's meaningful to me.
well, I'm front of house. I don't see you
That
back
don't
here.
matter. Echo, you're my friend. Your opinion matters to me the most.
Well, thank you. You're my friend too.
Thank you.
Oh,
And-
another hair tie.
Thank you. And Sybil slips it on their wrist. Does this count as a sympathetic token?
This isn't part of. I don't think this is something that Echo has specifically put aside for.
It is items of personal significance taken from others.
He didn't take this. This was freely given.
True.
And also, it was something that was bought, for Sybil by Echo, kind of like
That
a
is
stock
true.
of,
Mhm.
just ways to make sure that people feel good around
I just always
Echo.
like to ask. And
Don't worry, we already know what this
Piss Wizard Sybil Lark.
Oh no, it's happening.
we have spoken it into being.
And
That's on tape. That's live. We got it, folks. We got it. It's out there.
It's canon now, bitches.
It's canon.
Hey, I feel like maybe you're pregnant. Could you just
I mean, I ain't a doctor, but I did deliver some animals on my uncle's farm, so I can real quick help you handle this.
I'll throw that out for you. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine. And Sybil's gonna go over to Caroline right before they leave. And they're just
Okay.
gonna hand on Caroline's shoulder, kind of eye level. Good job. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. I think you've grown a lot, and I respect that. The most important thing we can do as people is keep growing. I admire that a lot about you.
That actually weirdly means a lot.
I'll ignore the weirdly bit for now. Thank
you
you.
know it's weird. It's
I
fine.
know.
I mean, you and we didn't really become friends until after, but that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, don't matter when. All that matters is that you are important to me.
Well, thanks. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get some sleep.
And we'll do it again tomorrow, boss.
Lock up for me.
Will do.
And yeah, she'll head out.
Hey, Sybil.
Hey, what's going on?
Let me lock up.
Okay, yeah. I trust you. I feel like you got the good responsibility. Just promise me that you're going to do it right. I know you will. I just worry because she just asked me to, and I'm nervous. I feel like I made some mistakes tonight, and I don't.
I mean, what is right? to you. If you have a checklist, I can work off of that.
Oh yeah, I have a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And Sybil's going to share the spreadsheet that they have printed out. It is laminated.
And so long.
It is a couple of pages. It is laminated.
Very detailed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hey, I just want you to let you know. I really appreciate that. It was kind of a tough night for me. Thank you. And you did real well tonight. You always do well, but the Wagyu, it looked incredible. The plating was so cool. I still love that. Like, that's just inspired.
Do you eat meat, like of the table? The Sybil, rather.
Yes, Sybil does eat meat.
Okay. Did you manage to get some of the short ends?
Oh, nah, I don't get much in the way of food in the kitchen unless it's from Luciano, just because I'm running around, possum with his tail on fire.
Why don't I have you leave with a couple things? And I'm gonna give you the Wagyu with the wine reduction, as well as some of the paralytic sauce that I have. And because it's my DNA, you could take as token on me if you want.
Oh, fantastic! Hell yeah.
Echo sees that and is not necessarily happy about it.
Yeah, I'll follow this to a T.
Thank you. I look forward to doing this again tomorrow.
Luciano.
Yeah, what's up?
You head out too. Be careful. Be safe.
Always am. Catch you tomorrow. And I'll offer my arm to Sybil.
Sybil will link arms with Luciano and head out towards the cliffs. And I think the second that they are out of the restaurant, their whole face just like kind of falls and they crumple a little bit and they lean a little more on Luciano.
I'll put my arm around you and pull you in, and we'll find a spot to hang out.
I go to Ronnie. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, Jeong Ja, go ahead.
Is anybody else still here?
I mean, I'm just over here eating some steak.
Oh, Jesus. We're locking up, Princess.
What are you up to?
I don't know. What are you up to?
I mean, I could happily be into whatever you're up to.
I just sort of pointedly grab onto Ronnie's like shirt and just like pull him closer to me. It's kind of a one-on-one thing tonight.
I'm gonna spend a string to tempt Jeong Ja to let me be part of the group.
Yeah, I mean, above table between me and Ian, are we down to include
Absolutely.
Echo into the
Yeah.
festivities? Okay. I look at you. Are you sure?
Me or sorry, Echo
Yeah,
or-
to Echo.
I want to be whatever you want me to be. But I think tonight I want you to want me to be there with you.
I look at Ronnie. Okay.
Ooh, three's a party.
I mean, it's only 3 for so long, isn't it?
That it is. That it is, Echo.
In more ways than one. Okay. I'm only going to do 2 of the things on the spreadsheet, which is turn the lights off and just lock up, basically.
Echo will like try to do a couple more just so that,
Aw.
you know, come on. Okay.
The classic person coming into open. Who the hell closed last night?
Sybil.
Oh God, Sybil's I'm gonna have to cry on stream.
Oh no.
Poor baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right. I think I can do it.
We got so much done before this.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
it's
think yeah, you did. You got almost everything else done, but yeah. Definitely forgot one thing to set the alarm. So yeah, but it's locked at least, you know. And yeah, Sybil and Luciano. So yeah, you all leave together. Sybil and Luciano, as you had walked outside, Kira is still hanging around. You thought she had left earlier, and she kind of awkwardly comes up to you, but like seeing Luciano's with you, she just kind of says, "Hey, I thought maybe you wanted to hang out after you were done tonight. Forgot to ask."
What is it you had in mind, doll?
I don't know. Just do whatever. Maybe go out for a drink or something. If Luciano's into that.
What do you think, Lucy? You want to have some company?
You know, I think I'm fine with that if you are.
All right. We can go get a drink, and then Luciano and I have to toast to an old friend. We're gonna be. I mean, you knew Spencer.
Yeah.
I was thinking about her tonight, and we were gonna go out by the cliffs and just kind of sit there. It ain't gonna be as fun an evening as you had planned, I'm sure, but
I'm actually going to have you roll to shut someone down here.
okay.
You're avoiding her advances, and I think
I don't think Sybil even fucking realizes it.
that's fair. Honestly, that fits.
Sybil is too neurodivergent for this shit. Either tell them that you want to fuck, or just be content with the fact that they will not realize it. Okay, so that is an 8.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
She's acting weird. She, like, from your perspective, she's acting strange. Like,
Yeah.
she was fighting with you earlier. Now she's hanging around. She flashed her fangs earlier. She's being strange. And you say the thing about Sybil and like her Luciano's here. Yeah.
Sybil kind of leans
You're muted
towards.
if you were saying something.
What? I'm muted?
No, Luciano.
I was just saying, did you mean Spencer? Said the thing about you said she said this thing about Sybil.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
thing about Spencer. Yeah.
So I think that Sybil notices that she's acting weird and kind of unhooks themselves from Luciano for a second, kind of leans towards her. And what condition do I get, first of all, from the shut someone down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one forward.
You're gonna take one forward. All
Yeah.
right. And they give you a condition in return. I'm gonna call
Love
this.
taking orders.
I'm gonna say pushed away. Because
Pushed away.
you're
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna come up to her and she's just gonna like put her arm out. She says, "No, you go
Hey,
you go
what?
say no, it's fine. Don't worry."
All right. I was just gonna say we could take a rain check, do things tomorrow when I'm feeling a little more peppy. But if you don't want to do that, I understand.
It's fine.
You sure?
She kind of looks around and she says, "No, I will find somewhere else to be tonight.
Hey,
You go be with your friend."
Kira, let me know if you change your mind, okay?
I won't.
Oh, come on.
She opens the car door and she says, "You two have fun." And she starts her car and she pulls out of the parking lot.
All right. Sybil kind of turns to Luciano and goes, "That was fucking weird, wasn't it?"
Weirder than normal, yes.
I feel like Kira was kind of acting like a biscuit that ain't baked all the way through.
Yeah. Luciano is used to them by now. Jaden is not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like a few people have been kind of weird tonight. It's a weird night. Wonder what the hell's going on.
I don't know.
Sybil and Luciano. You hear a window breaking.
Sybil is fucking on it in a second. The window breaking, they are sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
I follow.
Yeah. We'll fade away from there. Jeong Ja, Ronnie, and Echo. Y'all are heading out. Y'all have already head out from the restaurant. Where are y'all headed to?
We're taking a walk into the forest, into a path through for the cliffs. She's hoping that she's timed it enough that if Luciano and Sybil are indeed making their trek also to the cliffs, that we go and like maybe like another one of the beaten paths, another trail, and just keeping Echo in the dark for as long as we can, basically. But I think as soon as we get into a clear enough view, above table, before it gets particularly gory, drowny, should we engage in some bush sex?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And very specifically, I have the Manticore. A base move is Man Eater, in which I crave a connection with human flesh. I already have part of my body count. Echo, you and I have already had a previous sexual relationship before this scene. I keep track of all my sexual partners. This list stacks, and by the time I get a certain amount of people on my body count, then I get some more interesting moves. For now, we're just on. For now, Ronnie would be my second, so that's just a note for you, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I think, yeah. Oh, I didn't know if someone said something. I think what it just literally looks like is that once we hit like a particularly like beautiful clearing just before the cliffs, still close enough to like hear the waves and stuff like that, Jung just starts taking clothes off.
Echo will follow along with that.
Oh yeah. Ronnie's there too. just tears off his shirt. Ah, shit! I didn't mean to bust the buttons. God damn it!
I'll make sure you get home at least. Shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, buttons aren't a big deal.
As long as I don't wake up anywhere too inconvenient.
Well, you know, where does the tide come in? I'm assuming that's what's going on.
You have no clue, Echo.
Because Echo can feel like Echo senses Ronnie's impulse towards death. Echo is part Grim Reaper for Ronnie because that's what Ronnie wants.
Echo, you ever done this before?
Not recently. Not like this.
That is a story I will need to hear more about at a later date.
Gotta celebrate the opening of the first night on this restaurant. And some fucking delicious Wagyu.
So, my sex move that I will be asking to the both of you, it is so funny, by the way. When you have sex with someone as the Manticore, ask them if they think you're a good person. If they say yes, I get to mark experience. If they say no, y'all get to mark experience. So, the both of you, am I a good person?
I think Echo's answer to that would be no. You know you're not. That's not what you want to be.
You're taking me out to the cliffs to drown me until dead. You have your answer?
It would be so fun for the both of you if I were actually evil. The both of you get to mark experience.
The tide is coming in. The waves are churning. They smash against the rocks. The din of these waves just echoes through all of the cliffs.
Oh, yeah,
here.
it does.
Mm.
It echoes everywhere, baby. So for my sex move, when I have sex with someone, I ask them if they're satisfied. So are you satisfied?
No.
Oh. Okay.
But it's because I want you in more ways than right now.
Well, then
Something
you get 2 strings on me.
Yes.
And what about Ronnie? Is Ronnie satisfied?
Hey, listen. I'll be satisfied just as soon as that water hits my lungs.
Oh. So you're not satisfied yet with me? Because you should be.
We'll see how you do.
Well, then you also get to take 2 strings on me. If you want to be evil, you should have just said yes.
Hey, I don't want to be evil. But being bad's something you just do. It's in your bones.
Does Ronnie? Sorry, do you want to read your sex move for the goal?
Ronnie's sex move is Where is it? When you have sex with someone, create a new hunger.
Ooh.
Do you get 2 or?
Oh shit!
Ronnie is so hungry.
Ronnie is hungry as fuck. I think. Oh boy. I think one of the hungers that this awakens in Ronnie is it's not enough for just Jeong Ja to keep killing him. He wants to be killed by other people. Maybe echo some more. And second hunger. I think he starts to hunger for a little bit. His relationship with Jeong Ja is always that Baek has the power. I think he starts to hunger for a little bit of power.
Oh.
Okay.
I have great news for you about the most dumbass piss wizard in the world.
To cap off a beautiful night, I'm gonna use 2 moves back to back here. The Manticore has Draconic Heights, so just suddenly, it's not even allowing us to like have a second in our afterglow. I sprout my dragon-like wings. Not only dragon-like, but there is also seemingly this like lion-like mane almost coming from the top. There's like this chimeric kind of nature happening like at the top of my wings. There's a bit of this fur and mane. And I reveal with my razor rows, I have 2 rows of my razor sharp teeth, the thing that is actually truly the thing giving me this like paralytic, this poison coming from my teeth. I am going to suddenly grab Ronnie in my claws, in my hands. You said it was hard to keep you still.
Yeah. Let's see how well you do. I think Ronnie's gonna put up a fight. Can I lash out physically?
Yes, please roll. Roll with volatile. You get +1. You are heedlessly indulging your hunger right now.
Excellent. That is 12.
A 12. Okay. On a 10 up, you deal them harm and they choke up momentarily before they can react. So how do you inflict harm here? How do you lash out?
Yeah, as Jeong Ja is bearing down on Ronnie, I think he's going to slip her grasp by just yanking one of his arms, like popping it out of its socket, slipping through, and then just swinging at her.
Fucking excellent. How much harm is that?
I would say that is 1 harm.
Fuck yeah. And go for it.
I was going to say Echo would step in and try to. Echo's not necessarily strong, but would try to incapacitate Ronnie a bit. Yeah, hand somewhere important that might make them stop. It could be the throat. It could be somewhere else. You don't
We
know that.
leave it up to the imagination.
It's
Yeah.
a theater of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also. Oh, pardon.
You also want to flash out physically?
Yeah,
Do you want to possibly help me with a potential? Because the main thing is attempting to get a bite onto Ronnie so that I can properly drown him.
I would be happy to help out with that because, you're a fucking manticore.
It's fucking sick. Yeah. I'm gonna roll volatile to bite. That is 7 plus 2 is 9. And then I'd like to use a string to get that up to a 10.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. My bite does 2 harm, and Ronnie is going to be temporarily paralyzed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You feel like it's searing pain as the fangs like latch on, and then it gives way to nothing as like your limbs just become dead and you can't control them anymore. You've been trying to swing out and you can no longer. You are limp in the mouth of Jeong Ja.
An echo punches you in the dick.
No,
good
it's like
measure.
a grab, like a squeeze.
Yes.
Not a punch. Echo's more refined than that. You tried to get away. You tried to fight. But you can't fight the inevitable.
Through a mumbled jaw barely moving through the paralysis, Ronnie mutters out, "Hey, fight or flight, it's human nature."
Chantel, would you be super mad if I basically cuck you out of seeing Ronnie die?
I think that Chantel wouldn't be mad.
Cool.
I think that I feel like you might get a visitor later in your sleep who isn't super happy about that.
I would love a wet dream by you. So that's okay. So as this has happened, you have aided me. I look up at you again with my very playful look, my features becoming more draconic, more lion-like at the same time. I just suddenly, with a speed, thrust my wings up, and then I am flying with Ronnie, teeth still dug into him, and there's not like a chirp, there's not like a bye or anything like that. It's just an eyes look of you don't get to watch. And then we plummet down into the ocean where it doesn't take that much, but I still hold Ronnie down until he dies.
And Echo takes all of your clothes home.
Great.
Ronnie, your body instinctually reacts to the water in your throat, in your mouth. It burns. You fight until there's that sweet, peaceful release. And underneath the water here is quiet, at least for a moment. And we cut away to the window breaking. Sybil and Luciano, you've heard it, and you are running inside.
That we are.
Sybil just yells out, "Hey, look at me!"
Yeah, you notice that the alarm is not armed as you open the door.
Oh, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill that asshole.
And you hear rummaging in the back office area. Luciano, it smells like rotting eggs, death, rotting meat.
Sybil is heading straight there. As soon as they see a figure, they're gonna call out again. Hey, fucker! Look me in my fucking eyes!
You see someone in the dark of this office just pulling out drawers and like wrapped in just like it seems like they're just wearing a jacket and pants, just some guy. But like Luciano, that smell is just overwhelming. In fact, Sybil, you can smell it too, but with your werewolf senses, it's too much. And you hear him saying, "Where do you fucking put it? Where do you put it?" He knows where it is. He knows where it is. And he's just scrounging through this place.
God, he stinks.
Sybil doesn't care. Sybil's one-track mind, running up to the guy and is going to grab his face and force him to look at them.
All right, I'm gonna ask you to lash out physically here because
Will
it's gonna be a
do.
fight to do this.
Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that is an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say he takes one harm from this. And they hesitate, and you see just the like gaunt, decaying face of this man. And I think here, like, he like falters back and he looks at you two, and he looks back towards the window that is smashed, and he is going to try and make his escape here.
Nope.
Sybil is grabbing him by the face, and they are going to use a spell. They're going to use one of their hexes since he is making eye contact with them, since he is
Yes.
they are forcing him to make eye contact with them. So they are going to say, Skal, Krian, Serg! And all of his teeth are going to fall out.
Okay.
Oof.
Not as many teeth fall out as you expect. It's like this man was already half rotten by the time you gotten to him.
I am speeding the process along, baby.
And just like gags and just like he's looking around. He's clearly not found what he wants, but he doesn't want to fight you. And he doesn't say anything to you except for he whispers, "Witch."
Oh, you know it, darling. Choke on
and
your fucking teeth.
He pulls away from you and knocking you into one of the filing cabinets and tries to scramble out of the window.
I'm going to growl and grab him.
Okay.
What the fuck do you want?
Go ahead and lash out physically.
Seven.
7 on a 7. So, okay. I think you accidentally become more bestial in this moment as you growl, and you reveal part of your true nature to this figure. On a 7 to 9, you still harm them. So, do you have any like specific weapons or anything that on your sheet that say you do a specific amount of harm? Because otherwise, it's just going to be one harm to him.
Nope.
Okay. He says, "Don't want to fight you. I'm not here to hurt anyone."
Oh wait,
that's
hold
too
on.
bad.
Sorry. I still don't know how to play this. I'm supposed to roll with volatile, so it would have been +2 to that.
So that puts you at what, 11?
9.
Was it a 9? A 9
It was a
total?
7, and so
That's still a partial success. So
Okay,
7
sorry.
to 9 is still partial. Yep. That's okay. But yeah, keep that in mind going forward. I'll try and remind you too. But yeah, he
That's
says,
too bad, darling, because I'm really itching to take my anger out on something.
You're just going to send me back there. That's all you're going to manage to do.
And then you're gonna come back, and I'm gonna kill you again and again, as many times as you let me.
He found the way to unlock it. I know he has it here.
You're gonna have to stop playing that pronoun game, love. Tell me what the fuck is going on, or I will make your life a living hell before I kill you.
He weighs his options here.
I don't just take bones, darling. I take your mind.
No, you're not going to stop me. And he
I
tries
ain't
to-
asking to stop you, fucker. I'm asking what you're doing.
He immediately just tries to like swipe at like Luciano and push him away.
Sybil is going to make eye contact with him again,
Okay.
and they're going to chant out Skull. Fuck, what's the word for snakes? Hold on, give me a second to remember Gallic.
You just do like a little
Skull. Right. And I'm going to cast illusions, and he is going to see demonic vision. I can't say English anymore.
Visages?
Visages, yes. He is
Got
going to
you.
see demonic visages.
Interesting.
and Echo's there for some reason.
That's very interesting. You're going to get a string
Okay.
on Mikey in this situation. As
Oh,
the
I
spell
do
does
have to
not
roll
take-
with dark. I fucking forgot
Oh,
about that.
roll
Give
with
me
dark.
a second.
Sorry, I don't have your playbooks in front of me, so I do
No, it's
apologize.
okay. It's okay. I also didn't read that part of the playbook, which is bad. Okay, that is a 12.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, there specific, you're doing the demonic visages, it does
Yeah.
not take hold on him, so I'm going to give you a string on Mikey here.
Okay, interesting.
But you cast this magic on him and the spell takes hold, but he is rotting so fast. Like Luciano, you feel his muscle mass deteriorate under your hands.
Lucy, grab his teeth.
Fuck is happening to you?
It won't matter for long. And like his jaw falls away and he just begins to like
Sybil grabs the
disappearing
jaw.
into dust. Yeah, well, it's breaking apart into dust in this room.
Can I collect the dust
Ugh.
into like a bottle or something?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Oh, now I'm
fantastic.
all dusty.
Are the teeth still intact?
Some of the teeth are. The ones
Okay,
you
I
caused to
will
fall out earlier.
grab the dust and any teeth that I can. Do these count as sympathetic tokens, or am I just grabbing body parts to have a good time?
These will count as sympathetic tokens.
Fuck yeah!
But also, yes.
Grab the teeth dust.
How
Every
many
one
teeth
of my
do-
D&D characters.
How many teeth do I have?
I'll say you have 3 teeth.
You know, I play all these games. I just can't get away from stealing teeth.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that is 4
yeah.
sympathetic tokens total. I am gonna fuck this man's life up.
Yeah. But the dust falls into this room. There are papers and things strewn about the office. He clearly was looking for something specific, but his physical form has dissipated into dust in this room. And as you look over the carnage here, I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you, players, for a wonderful session. Let's go ahead and do our outros. Inverse order, starting with Soliloquy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I did not read the call sheet, so I did not know we were in reverse order. Cool.
I even
Hey.
told y'all
When? Was it during tech check? Because
when I gave the call sheet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm fantastic. Anyways, hey y'all. I'm Siliqui or Jaden. I'll answer to either. Use they them pronouns. You can find me everywhere online as FatSapphicBro. I'm mostly hanging out on TikTok and Patreon these days. All of the play times that you can see me here on Twitch were in the announcements. I don't have my thing up because I was not prepared because I am a terrible player. All right, but thanks for hanging out with us.
Hello, everyone. I am Josephine at scarydogrfiend. I use none she pronouns. I have been Jeong Ja, who uses she z pronouns. The Manticore skin again is by Nicole Tuttle Robb. And you can find me co-producing over at Bad House RPG primarily. We do lots of Vampire the Masquerade stuff. We just wrapped up Midnight Rush, our Hunter series. That is on VODs on YouTube as well as Spotify for audio only. I am also playing Curse of Strahd, all Sapphic's game over on the Mandy's channel called Curse of Sapphic's. I am playing, and it is all Pathfinder 2e, so I am playing a Beastkin Flesh Warp Minotaur MILF mommy who is, we're looking, that's a spoiler. Anyway, I'll pass it over to Ian.
Hey everybody, I am Ian. Well, it's Ian on all the internet places. I use they, them pronouns. I have been Ronnie K, the ghoul, who uses he, him pronouns. You can check me out on other D&D streams over on the Trans Tales Twitch. We have been on a hiatus due to health issues in the cast and organizing team, but we should be coming back next week. So check us out there. Also, if you live in the state of Vermont, I'm betting no one watching this does, but if you do, come check out Historically Close Friends. I forget what the show is called, but it's a cowboy queer hoedown happening on May 23rd. I'm going to be singing some country music with some other trans and queer people. It's going to be fun.
Well, howdy.
Howdy.
All right. Hello, everyone. I have been Elle. If you'd like to see if I'll continue to be Elle, you can find me at SapphicSoulful or at SoulfulSaphic on these social medias. I use they, them pronouns, and I have been playing Sybil Lark, who also uses they, them pronouns and is having a real roller coaster of a day. But they made somebody's teeth fall out, and then they got those teeth. So, you know, they're having a okay day overall. Okay day. If you would like to see me other places, you can find me here most Tuesdays playing Sybil Lark. You can also find me on the Bardic Inspiration Network this coming Monday at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and 6:30 Pacific. I will be playing a Power Ranger. I will be playing the world's first Power Ranger with canonical depression. Keegan Cunningham, the Red Ranger, who is fucking going through it. No one's having a good time, and there are demons and Transformer pyramids. So if you would like to see the Transformer pyramids and also my character researching how to fake their own death, pop over to Bardic Inspiration Network. And check out Mr. Mephisto for our Vampire the Masquerade playthrough. I am playing Jacques Doran, who is a Cajun vampire. And they have just let a horrible fey entity into their head and fed their new coterie mate some blood because she was in torpor. So things are going great for Jacques Doran. And I think that that's all I have to plug. We might be going live this Thursday, but if we are not, we will be going live next Thursday.
I'm so not used to going last. I'm always first. It's great. So hi, my name is Chantel. My pronouns are they, them. I played Echo Leigh, any pronouns, using the succubus play sheet, or what's it called again?
Skin.
Whatever those things are called. Play sheet. Skin. Designed by CM Rubsasat. I don't live anywhere else. I'm only here. As you can see, I am fading into the mist. So join me again most Tuesdays here to see if I come back from the mist or if I am lost forever.
And I'm archangelic. You can find me here at all the times Soliloquy said in the announcements. You can also you can find me over on Valdriant's channel on Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific. I am running a Girl by Moonlight on a Sea of Stars campaign called Daughters of Io. Bunch of queers and magical giant robots fighting aliens. So come by and hang out with us. With that. So I also do professional GMing on startplaying.games. Oh, and you can I have a website with all my links, archangelic.space. That's where you can find all my links to socials, email, whatever you need. I do professional GMing. That link can also be found on my website. So if you want me to run a game for you, please book me, startplaying.games/GM/archangelic. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube. The link is in our channel description. It's also in our link tree. We're going to be going into our Patreon supported after show shortly. You can find those at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. The after show will always be free, but your support would mean the world to us. Thank you, wonderful players, for being here. What a great premiere. Thank you for our audience for joining us. And lastly, thank you to our producer, Polygeist, for helping us stream this show. We all
Sorry, I
appreciate
jumped
you.
the gun there.
We couldn't do it without
I just
you.
love Polly so much.
And with that, as always, we love you and we hope to see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Good night. It's weird to not say go coconuts.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.